A Michigan State University study looked into why the butterfly population is declining. Joining us to talk about it is MSU professor Nick Haddad. Professor, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So before we get into exactly what is causing this, tell me, why should everyone care about the butterfly population declining?
Butterflies, so we're talking now about all butterflies, and it's very distressing how fast they're declining. Why do we care? Butterflies are critical parts of ecological systems. They're pollinators, they're parts of food webs, ecological food webs. And well, why do we care? I think a lot of us really love butterflies.
Yeah, that's for sure. So we know from your work that insecticides are a big problem. You've written that they're the primary driver of this decline. Are we talking on a wide scale industrial use or the individual household insecticides people are using?
Yeah, well, the part of this paper, this science that's important is that for the last decade, me and other scientists have been distressing about why butterflies are declining so fast. And so what we did is, they're declining fast in Michigan, they're declining fast across the Midwest. And what we did is took a lens that was broad across the US Midwest, the corn soy growing region. So what we did is took data, when people like me write papers about why butterflies are declining, we end by saying, well, it might be that temperatures are warming. It might be that we're clearing too many prairies or forests, or it might be the application of too many chemicals to control pest insect species. So what we did is put all those things in one big analysis and found that use of agricultural chemicals across the U.S. Midwest is the leading cause of butterfly decline, and they're declining fast.
Yeah, can you kind of explain? I know this is just basic common knowledge to you and your colleagues. For those who don't study this, worst case scenario, if we lose our butterflies, what does that domino effect turn into?
Yeah, so like my lab has studied the importance of butterflies as pollinators for cotton crops. And this is not in Michigan, but in Texas, butterflies are worth over $100 million per year for the cotton they generate. And so they have an important effect on our crops and the rest of nature that needs pollinators around us. There's scores of species, scores of crops that need pollinators to flourish and to produce the yields that we hope.
So short of stopping the use of all insecticides or the harmful ones, which seems unlikely, what can be done about this?
Well, that's the great thing about this work, is that it finally puts the light forward to how we can reverse butterfly declines. I mean, butterflies, I'll say, are just declining quickly. If I walked into my yard 10 years ago, I might see 10 butterflies, and this year 7, and 10 years from now 4. It's happening quickly, so we want to reverse that, right? Well, what we're doing now is saturating our agricultural fields with chemicals. Insecticides are put on seeds, and they're put on most seeds that are put across all of our corn and soy growing regions. So that's 100 million acres. But we saturate our soils even when the chemicals aren't needed. So the path forward, no, we're never going to eliminate pesticides. We don't want to do that to keep our healthy crops and the food we need. But we so over apply it that we can easily step back, reduce by a large amount the amount of chemicals that we use, and help and keep the crops we need, but also preserve butterflies and other pollinators.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. Well, Professor Nick Haddad, thank you so much for joining us and for the very important work you're doing.
Thanks so much. Appreciate being here.